What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of everybody's favorite Red Mage, episode number 64. I'm Nofing Wei, aka Spencer, and this is a 5-minute breakdown of a red Magic the Gathering card, their properties, missed opportunities, and honestly what I think. You can find me on twitch.tv/NofingWei for a $0 free experience. I'll show you how to get it done. Today is the card from the set, The Brothers War, Mechanized Warfare. 3 mana, 2 red, and a colorless for a rare enchantment. If a red or artifact source you control would deal damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent controls, it deals that much damage plus 1. Nice. I'm feeling this card. I feel you. So when this card was first released, announced, spoiled, everyone naturally looked at the mono red burn formula. Okay, everybody looked at it and was like, is this going to fit in red burn? Is this going to fit in red aggro? Is this like the new red card? Is this the new bee's knees? Is this going to be the slam dunk, right? And they were comparing it with Torbrand. And if you guys remember, Torbrand is 4 mana for a 2/4 dwarf. That does 2 damage, and it's red source only. Here, I just recognize it now. It's artifact as well, so you can play Mechanized Warfare, right, in an artifact deck, right? So artifact or burn. So let's say with the burn part first. Okay, one of the reasons why people were eyeballing this card is that it does exactly what it's intended to do. Okay, it's going to add 1 more damage. So finally, your play with fires, your shocks is going to turn into a lightning bolt. Feels really good. Okay, now all your lightning strikes turns into 4 damage. I mean, this just, it says so on the card. It's going to bring the pain, and that's nice. The drawback, and I say this with all of my heart, is that this card does nothing. So when I say it does nothing, I'm a big, the more you follow me along, the more you watch me, I'm not a big fan of cards that come into play and do not change the game state. Now, having this card with artifacts and red sources that already do damage, sure, it makes it better, right? You increase the value of the current cards you have, but remember, this card comes into play and doesn't change the game state. Right? It doesn't. The game's going to stay the same, right? Now you just have to avoid a few more damage or take a little bit more damage, right? So for me, this as a top deck is going to be really upsetting at times. Of course, other times it's going to be phenomenal and it's going to be a windmill slam, but there are other times when you can draw multiple copies and it's kind of sad face, right? I've seen it when I played against my own opponents. They would have multiple copies, right? So let's look at one of the standard decks that when this card first came out, they would have Mechanized Warfare. Then Chandra would do 2 damage. You had Radha, which would be great, right? Lightning Strike does 4. Epic, everything just has a +1, right? And it feels good. Like Kumano for 2 is really, really exciting. And then you're etching, your creature starts attacking for 3. It's like amazing. Okay, but having multiple copies, like having like your opening hand has 2 of these, right? 1 creature, 1 play of the fire, like a Phoenix Chick with some land. It's like it's gonna be a hard case to keep that hand, right? It's a great card. Having multiples it's not the bomb diggity. Okay, I wish the card had another feature to it. I can't really think of another feature apart from it being cheaper. But this card is good. All right, I'll give it a B+. Okay, I give it a B+. But multiple copies, not so cool. The fact that you get to play it with artifacts. Now, I didn't even realize that until reading the card now. Even again so, right? That the card with artifacts and burn spells, like Galvanized Blast, anything that does more in the legacy portion of Magic, this can feel a little spicy. You'll be able to play things like this on turn 2. Mechanized Warfare feels good. But I think it's a missed opportunity not making it a red artifact. I don't know. Should you think this was better off a red artifact than an enchantment? I think a red artifact would have fit this and would have made way more sense. It would have fit the script much more, especially called Mechanized Warfare. All right, whatever. Do you agree with me? Huh? Do you disagree with me? Let me know if there's something you see that I don't see, okay? Tell me on YouTube, Instagram, on the podcast, or twitch.tv/Novingway. Lastly, what card should I review next? Right? You decide. Episode 64 is a wrap. Peace.